Taking advantage of the mild autumn weather in Edinburgh, I ventured out on my electric bike following the Water of Leith walkway from Balerno to Leith, photographing some of the bridges across the river. This map showing my route has been reproduced courtesy of the Water of Leith Conservation Trust, whose visitor centre is opposite my home in Lanark Road. I have selected 20 bridges from about 45 captured. Please forgive any factual inaccuracies, as Google, Wikipedia and ChatGPT are not perfect. The Kinald Dell footbridge is one of the first to be encountered when travelling east from the Balerno end of the Water of Leith walkway. This road bridge carries Kirkgate Road south from Lanark Road at Currykirk to the car park at Harlaw Reservoir, one of the gateways into the Pentland Hills, popular with walkers, cyclists and more serious runners. Also in view is my trusty electric bike that had the challenging duty of transporting me on this journey. This is the mighty Edinburgh City bypass in the Juniper Green area of the city, and usually captured with traffic moving freely. This section was built in the early 1980s, and it's hard to imagine driving around Edinburgh before this important road existed. A small road bridge at the eastern end of Spylaw Park in Collington Village. Behind it are the spans of a major road bridge carrying the B701 between Collington and Gillespie Crossroads. This is also close to the disused Collington Railway Tunnel with its elaborate murals. Well worth a visit if you are in the area. We are now leaving the Collington and Craiglockert Dells and heading towards the city. 3 bridges for the price of 1 here, adjacent to the Water of Leith Conservation Trust Visitor Centre. Nearest is the A70 Lanark Road, then the Union Canal Aqueduct, then the Edinburgh Carstairs railway line. This small bridge carries Ford's Road into the western end of Saughton Park in the Gorgie area of Edinburgh. Keen nature photographers can often be found in this park in search of otters, kingfishers and other local exotic wildlife. Running alongside the main railway lines linking Edinburgh to Glasgow and Fife is a slightly newer construction carrying the tram between the Ballgreen and Murrayfield stops. We are now in the vicinity of the Scottish Gas Murrayfield Stadium, Scottish rugby headquarters, and hosted some big concerts in recent years, and the smaller Hive Stadium, home of Edinburgh Rugby. After this point, the river skirts around the stadium complex to enter Roseburn Park. This idyllic scene belies the significance of this bridge, which carries the main A8 road in and out of Edinburgh at Roseburn Terrace. This bus was actually moving, not stuck in the usual traffic jams. Otters and kingfishers have been spotted in this part of the river, but are usually quite elusive. This is Coltbridge Viaduct, a mighty structure that once carried Caledonian Railway's North Edinburgh route until it closed to passenger in 1951. However, it has now been repurposed as Roseburn Path, a hugely popular active transport link for walkers, runners and cyclists. A further stunning example of our inner city countryside. This footbridge leads to a steep flight of stairs to the Modern One National Art Gallery and one of the 6 Anthony Gormley statues in Edinburgh. Another of his statues is just downstream from this bridge. This Hawthorne Bank footbridge in the Dean Village always attracts a fair selection of visitors at all times of the year. The bridge itself is nothing special, but the surrounding architecture is not bad. Heading from Dean Village towards Stockbridge, we pass the fascinating St Bernard's Well and reach St Bernard's Bridge, built in 1824 and joining India Place to Dean Terrace. They are named after a 12th century monk named St Bernard of Clairvaux, who is said to have lived in a nearby cave. It's hard to imagine that we are still in the heart of the city as this small Rochide Path footbridge takes us from Inverleith Terrace towards Cannon Mills, neatly skirting the Tanfield estate. This bridge carried another disused railway line over the river and now forms the Warriston Path active travel route. The line was originally operated by the Edinburgh, Leith and Newhaven Railway Company from Scotland Street to Warriston, Trinity, Granton and Leith. It closed in the late 1960s. We are now heading into the heart of Leith. The junction, or Great Junction Street bridge, used to have an extra arch that crossed the Edinburgh, Leith and Granton Railway. This line closed to passengers in 1947 and to coal carriage in 1961. The nearby Coley Park is one of the few reminders of this area's industrial past. Recently pedestrianised, the Sandport Place Bridge used to have a drawbridge in the centre span to allow boats to pass this crossing point. The current bridge dates from the 1950s, and as you can see, only very low boats or kayaks could pass under its arches nowadays. Now into the trendy Leith restaurant and bar area, this road bridge links Commercial Street and Bernard Street. Just beyond the bridge is the permanently moored Ocean Mist, now a luxury boutique hotel having previously served as bars and restaurants. The current bridge was completed in 1961 and replaced a previously opening bridge, but again the low clearance significantly limits river traffic. The Victoria Swing Bridge dates from the 1870s and was last opened to river traffic in the mid-1990s. The opening mechanism has been locked and the bridge now carries only pedestrians and bikes. It used to be considered the last bridge over the Water of Leith before it flowed into the Firth of Forth, until a new project was put in place a few years ago, as covered in the next image. This bridge on Ocean Drive was constructed in 2023 and is on the final part of the tram route to Newhaven. It effectively locks in any sizable vessels now located in the shore area of the Port of Leith. I hope you've enjoyed this whistle-stop tour of some bridges over the Water of Leith, and if so, please add a like. If you find any inaccuracies or want to add anything, please use the comments below. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.